Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright. Everyone's going about their day nice and lovely style. Today we are going to do another run. We're going to be doing a keeper run because if the Forgotten is my favorite character, I think Keeper low-key might be number 2. He's kind of goated. Look at that. Pennies for days, bro. He don't even need it. But yeah, in my opinion, the Keeper is kind of a goated character. He's a really fun IMO. But overall, really cool guy. Anyways, hope everyone's doing all right, going about their day nice and lovely style or whatever. I feel like I use the same intro for each episode, but at this point, it don't really matter. That's kind of just what I've become. Anyways, slight update on some kind of venture that I've spoken on ad nauseum these past few episodes. I got a new graphics card. I managed to get my hands on a 9070 XT, so we're gonna use that and hope we'll be good, because I'm gonna be real with you. In my mind, I was thinking the 9070 XT did perform better in like productivity and gaming compared to my 4070 Super. The only downside was, in my heart of hearts, I was like, I should hold out for a TI Super because that would be even better. However, looking at eBay, not happening. Looking at Marketplace, I don't know. Anyone that was selling one is now gone from existence. So I've kind of just decided F it. You know, I've decided F it. I got myself a 9070. Which is great, honestly. I'll be happy to use it, you know. And if anything, I'll just give my friend my old graphics card if I end up not using that. You feel me? Regardless, though. Wow, lunch sucks. This is a small update. You guys won't ever have to hear me complain about graphics card prices for a little bit, because I actually managed to snag one for non like, you know, MSRP, essentially. Regardless, I'm just chilling. You know, today I fucking worked, and better yet, I got a video sent to me by a friend. He sent to me a video by someone who goes by the name Maximilian Dude. You guys may have heard of him. Content creator, covers fighting games and a whole bunch of other games. Mainly what I know him for, though, is fighting games. But he made a video talking about the mods he uses. He made his review for Monster Hunter Wilds, and then made a video talking about like the mods and stuff he uses for the game, like to make the game look and like run better. And I was like, you know what? This seems pretty useful. Let me check it out. Checked it out. It was, I'm gonna be real, chill, 100% worth it. It was a good idea to check out that video because I don't want to say Monster Hunter Wilds looks ugly, but it definitely wasn't the prettiest, especially compared to a game like World. World looks so much better, in my opinion. But now that I got like this reshade, also like help some optimization things, I would say World is, I don't know if it might not be as black and white as it used to be. World might not necessarily be the better looking game. Also, you know, Wilds has the cooler monsters from what I've seen so far. Wilds has the cooler monsters. We can only hope title updates push that roster even further, but so far it's looking kind of stacked. Anyways, you know, neither here nor there. Wait, I just realized. Mother? Or no. Okay. We're gonna do Blue Baby first. We are not prepared for a Mother run. We need a God run to do Mother. So we are not prepared for a run that goes to Mother. Not yet. Okay, dude. Oh, fuck you. Hello? I thought the button was gonna be good. This game sucks. And yeah, anyways. Got the mods on. Makes the game look so much nicer. And also some like helpful like mods for like stability, stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna claim to know how game engines work, but you know, some stuff to like help with the direct storage shit. I don't fucking know, man. Like, I just play the games. I just play the games. I install the mods that I help, you know. But yeah, I don't really care about performance because truth be told, I just have my game capped at a 60 FPS frame rate. For most games, I don't need anything crazy like frame rate wise. And for a game like Monster Hunter Wilds, that's definitely the case. Like, I don't need crazy high frames. In my opinion, I just need like, I need the game to look nice, you know? For a game like Monster Hunter, I've played hours upon hours upon hours of GU, you know? I got fucking 600 hours on Generations Ultimate, and that game runs at fucking 30 FPS, you know? I don't need 60 FPS for the Monster Hunter franchise. I'm gonna be real with you, I wouldn't even say I prefer it, because not really much of a difference for me when it comes to Monster Hunter. Not really too much of a difference. But anything above 60 though, like, I'm gonna be real with you, anything above 60 is just kind of like, one, overkill, but also like, you know, there's no point really, because my monitor goes up to like 180 or some shit. No, not 180, like maybe 144 or 180. I don't know. I think it's 180 actually. Goes up to 180, but like, you know, I'm not playing a pro game. I'm just hunting the cool big monsters in nice 1440p quality, you know? We're not gonna go Devil Deals. We're gonna go Angel Deals because Angel Deals are free. But dude, like, it looks so much nicer. Color-wise, it looks so good. I help with performance, you know. Just overall make the game look as quality as it can. I don't even think I needed to be in that room. I'm so stupid. But besides modding Monster Hunter and, you know, getting a new GPU, not much has happened today. I'm gonna be real with y'all. You know, I'm just kind of chillaxing. I have some slight news, maybe, you know. Although I haven't really confirmed if... I don't know if I'm not allowed to say it. I think I'm allowed to say it because it's something with me in it. But you know what? I will say it, but I will not elaborate any further, and I will check in later with my, you know, with peeps to see if it's okay. But you know how a while back I was talking about like, oh, I want to get into games or whatever. I want to get into making games. I want to make cool games, you know? It's not as simple as just make the game forehead. I know that. And it's definitely like from experience, I know that, you know, it's just not as simple as, oh, just make a good game. Like, there's a lot of things that go into making a game. So I was learning Godot. And I think I got a little sidetracked. I think I should have maybe started learning Godot just straight, not to sound crazy, just straight raw dogging it. No fucking, you know, just straight did a tutorial, learn Godot, learn how, like, you know, these kind of structured things work or whatever. And then afterwards, or get as far as I could, like, understanding wise, and then, you know, start learning things like C++. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all, I got to Godot thing, I learned like, oh, the guy was like, oh, you know, try and figure out this using this. Like, here's an exercise. Try and figure out how to give input to a character using only these resources here. I followed it, and the thing that I was watching was like talking about like, oh, what you want to do is you want to... Sorry, I'm like locked in right now. What you want to do is you are going to want to hit the... What's the word I'm thinking of? Nice. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to like follow this, type in this, and I was just kind of like following a guide. I myself didn't really understand what I was doing. I was just like, I followed a guide on how to add it, but like if we're talking script wise, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. If we're talking about scripts, my ass had no idea what the hell I was doing. And ow. You died! What the hell? You delirious! I thought delirious was supposed to be good. Bro died, you know? Oh my god, he's so trash. Anyways, my guy dying aside, I kind of not stopped learning Godot, but I was like, okay, I should stop learning Godot to, I guess I did stop learning Godot. I should stop learning this so I can learn a bit more about C++ so I can, you know, enhance my knowledge so I know what the hell I'm doing. I stopped learning Godot, I moved on to C++, learned a little bit of C++. I'm gonna be real with you, kind of started learning a little bit of C++, then I got like, you know, I had other things come up in my life, and then I proceeded to just kind of stop the project as a whole. And it sucks because it's something I do want to actively pursue. And I think IMO, I might have just needed the motivation, you know? To quote Virgil, where's your motivation? And I think I have found it in the sense of I will be trying to make a game again, you know, for lack of a better term. I'm gonna be trying to make a game again. And this time I'll actually have some help when it comes to like the act of making this fucking game. So maybe I can learn a thing or two and keep my brain not rotted, you feel me? You feel me? My brain won't be rotted, so I'll actually know what the hell I'm doing, and I'll be able to actually maybe learn something useful when it comes to making games. And this useful thing I learned could actively help me in my pursuit of knowledge to come, you know? Just a thought. But yeah, I'm gonna essentially just be I'm gonna be re-entering the game space, one might say, to try and make one. I'm like, ah, shit, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I don't even know what the hell. You know, a part of me is kind of worried because a part of me is like, I don't even know what the fuck I'll bring to the team, you know? You know what I mean? You guys ever feel that? Whether it be like in a group project in school or like maybe in work. You know, if you guys have those kind of jobs where like you end up having teamwork or something like that. Or it's like, oh, we gotta work on a project for this job. I gotta turn all this stuff in. You know, you gotta work in a team of people. You're kind of wondering, at least for me, I'm kind of wondering things like, what do I bring to the table? You feel me? What makes me a strong candidate? What makes me good at what I do? A fit for the team, one might say. And a part of me thinks, low-key, I'm thinking like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm thinking with the team, like fucking, I don't know, man. I'm not a, I'm not good at art. You know, I am definitely not good when it comes to like the art form of like drawing or making art, stuff like that. I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm kind of an like, oh, I'm an ideas guy. I don't think I'm an ideas guy either. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I think I'm like a semblance of an idea guy, you know? Where like I kind of got like bits and pieces, but never a full picture. You feel me? And I feel like it makes it really hard for me to see myself in that position of like, I did want to blow that up, but I just wasn't expecting to get hit in return. So I'm just like, dude, what do I bring to the team? You know, one, I can't code for shit, you know. I have like little to no coding experience. So I'm just like, fuck me, you know. So part of my brain is just like, what do I do? What do I got, you know? It's I'm not compliment farming when I say this. This is just like a genuine question. But like a part of me is dead. I'm just like, what is my worth here, you know? As part of the team, what is my worth? What do I bring that someone else can't bring, or like that isn't just fulfilled by another human? You feel me? I'm worried. A part of me is like, what makes me not suck at what I do? You feel me? And I'm just like, dude, fuck, that's a good question, one. And I don't think I have an answer for it, to be honest. I don't think I have an answer, so I'm honored / happy to be doing this with these people. But a part of me is just like, dude, you know, I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing, like, not the only thing firing me up, but like the one thing kind of keeping me in is just like, I am willing, you know? I guess it's kind of like if you have like a warm body on your team, you feel me? Where it's like, it's someone who's there to just like fill the slot, bro. I'm the DEI hire, you feel me? Ow. God damn it. That's what I get for making a DEI joke. I'm so stupid. But yeah, I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know what I bring to the table, man. So I'm just kind of worried. So maybe I should just get my fucking funny up, you know? Get your money up, not your funny up. Maybe I do got to get my funny up. I got to start like, I got to learn a language. C++, Java, not Java. Never mind. That was a, I think, God's worst statement. Man actively wants to learn Java. This is not a human. This is a being of sin, one might say. But you know, you know, Python, learn C++, Python, C, fucking whatever. Or isn't it like if you learn C++, then you are like, you're like low-key like 8/10 of the way to learning C, or like you pretty much got the gist of C if you learn C++? Or is that not real? Am I just kind of making up lies, one might say? And regardless, if anyone does have the answer to my question, that'd be great. I'm just, you know, I'm just like, bro, I gotta do something. I gotta make myself useful. You feel me? I have to make myself useful. And I can't even like, you know, oh, you need music for a game, Tony, right? Games need music. I don't know music. I'm not a musically inclined fella. The max of like my music knowledge / like experience is the fact that I just like to sing, you know? I personally like to sing a lot. I've done it in a few videos. I've tried my best to kind of keep it on the down low, just cause like, I don't need y'all hearing me sing, you feel me? It's embarrassing enough to do it. Like, you know. But I don't need you guys hearing it any more than than you guys kind of already do. So a part of me is just like, all right, I gotta keep that like, maybe not under wraps, might not be the correct term, but you know, I'm like you know, like I'm not an audio guy. I'm not a composer. I'm not gonna make a soundtrack or anything. I don't have the skills to be making a soundtrack or some shit like that. So part of me's just like, well, now I'm thinking in my own head like, shit, what the fuck do I bring? What do I do? What is it that I do that makes me so different / special compared to just some random other fella? Feel me? For lack of a better term, what makes Tony Tony in this scenario? Shit, if I am low-key just like the warm body, dare I say, then I will fulfill my role as the warm body perfectly, you know? If the slots on the team are needed, then I will fill that slot so goddamn hard. I'm like, oh my god, you know what too? It's like, it's especially if it comes to like sort of like an ideas guy kind of situation, I suck at that really bad. Not just like, I don't know, like, I don't be having ideas like that, but also like, if you were to put a restriction, you know, because like with most kind of like things like this, it's more of like we give you a topic, you know, we give you a topic of a game that you kind of have to make. You got to make a game like this. You got to make games centered around something like this. You know, a part of me is like, if I get restricted to like what my topic has to be, then I'm definitely like cooked, bro, you know? I am definitely like cooked, flambéed even, one might say, if we're talking like on these terms, because I'm just like, I don't know, man. That's not me, bro. No? Okay. I think... No, yeah, I thought so. You know, I'm just like... I'm gonna be real with y'all, I'm doubting myself, you know? Should Tony doubt himself? Maybe. Because like I mean, you guys know. My experience when it comes to things like coding, not that much. Comes to making music, definitely not that much. Comes to making art, horrible. Like, low key, bro, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I might be cooked. I might have cooked myself agreeing to like want to join this and make a game, a group effort game, one might say. You feel me? I might have low key just cooked myself, and I might have to slime myself out. You know? We'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it turns out. I'm not expecting to make God's greatest product, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, also, like, shit, if I was an ideas guy, then at that point, it's kind of like a, you know, being an ideas guy versus a guy that does the stuff, that's whole different. You know, I'm like, I could be an ideas guy, like, oh, we should add this in the game. And then it's like, actually, Tony, if we were to add this in the game, that's like really fucking hard to do. Like, it's probably not, it's not feasible. And I'm just like, oh, well, darn. You should add this. Tony, same thing. You know, I don't want to be the Jimmy Zielinski of my time. If you don't know who the fuck Jimmy Zielinski is, he was a game developer, or not a game developer. I guess he was a game developer, but I worked at Treyarch. All right, he worked at Treyarch. He developed pretty much Zombies and its storyline and the maps, like the director of those maps. I believe it was, I want to say since launch, but I'll be real with you, could maybe be a wrong statement, but for the most part, he was there making the games for like a long time. He was there making the games for a long time. He was responsible for like Moon and other maps like that. You know, he was responsible for Moon, maps like 5, Kino, all the people's favorites, you know. For a lot of good Zombies maps, Jimmy Zielinski, that was the guy. He was that guy that made that shit. But also for a lot of people, he is known as the guy who may have ruined Zombies, or almost ruined Zombies, because when it came to making Black Ops 2 Zombies mode, he was a very ambitious fella, you know? He was ambitious, he had ideas, and he wanted to put them into action. After the crazy conclusion that was Moon to Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie storyline, he was like, F it, we're gonna step it up one further. We're gonna do Transit, which in idea was supposed to be a large open Zombies map that had a transport system that took you across the entire map, and you know, had things like in multiple bus routes that took you to different places. You know, there wasn't supposed to be so much fog. It was supposed to be much more open and less confined. Just in general, kind of like how Blackout was, like how Outbreak, kind of like how Outbreak was, but instead of Outbreak being on what's it called? I was hoping to get more pennies out of that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. If you guys don't know, those like guys that when they hit you, they make you drop pennies. So I was hoping to get hit and drop more pennies out of it, and then it proceeded to give me nothing. So, you know, the idea was for essentially an Outbreak-like map where it was just a huge open world map that you could explore, had so many cool things on it. You would go around the map. There was a mode of transportation to help you go across the map. But instead of like Outbreak where you cycled between different maps like Summit and, not Summit, but like, you know, like the snow area and shit like that, instead it would take you like up, you know, you could go to a different area. Or like how in Outbreak you go to a different area, like you go here to this map, you go here to this map, here to this map. Instead, it would be different in that I need a penny from this bomb, dude. There you go. Instead, it would be different to where it wasn't a whole bunch of different maps that you just cycled through on Outbreak. It was essentially just one big Zombies map curated for zombies to be like a town you explored, you know? It was, in theory, really fucking cool. Honestly, an insanely goated idea that could have turned out to be something absolutely amazing for Call of Duty Zombies. The only downside, like the only like what held this back, Tony, because you're kind of praising this as a could have been an amazing map. So obviously this is like an insinuation that it didn't turn out to be that amazing, and that's exactly what happened. It just, in theory, it could have been great. It could have been amazing. In practice, just was not the case. You know, the Xbox 360 couldn't handle Jimmy Zielinski's crazy idea to just make a goated map. Oh my fucking god. Creep killed me? Oh, I gotta slime myself out. That was a solid run too, but oh well. What do you do? You know, I don't... You know, like Jimmy Zielinski, pretty much, he had ambitious ideas. He had great ideas that if focused solely maybe on PC exclusively, could have maybe worked out. Like, even then, I don't know how PC's hardware was like holding up to the 360 or like, you know, stuff like that at that point. I think PC obviously has always been like better than consoles for the most part, but you know, I don't know how feasible it would have been to make a Call of Duty game tailored for the PC market exclusively. You understand me? Anyways, Mr. Me's good, but not good enough. He might be good enough for like a one-time use though. Let's see what we got. Solid use. Got a solid use out of Mr. Me there. Nice. And anyways, that's essentially how it went down though, is that Jimmy Zielinski had a great idea for maps, and then same thing happened with Die Rise. Where he had an ambitious idea for a map to, instead of how most zombies maps are like largely horizontal, you move across a large open space. Instead, he decided, what if we made a crazy concept? We made like towers. Instead of traversing through maps horizontally, you know, you moved left and right, straight and back or whatever on the maps. You went up and down. You had maps that had like verticality, you know? There were elevators that could take you up. There were falls that would take you down, stuff like that. Ambitious, you know, in its ideas, but in practice turned out to be a lot of people didn't like it. And a lot of, you know, just like most things that Jimmy Zielinski's ideas scrapped due to the confinement of being on a goddamn 360. Now, I, as a huge Zombies head, am of the opinion that I think Jimmy Zielinski was just unfairly, I think, removed. Not to say Jason Blundell didn't deserve to take his mantle, because I think Jason Blundell did great. Jason Blundell made Origins, made Mob of the Dead, you know, helped with the end of like a whole bunch of other stuff. Great guy. But, you know, a part of me thinks they maybe shouldn't have gotten rid of Jimmy Zielinski so fast, because after Die Rise and Transit, Jimmy Zielinski decided, okay, let's rein in the ideas a bit. Let's play it the safe way, kind of, and made one of the most fun, innovative Zombies maps in Buried. It's a very easy map. It's like a very kind of like safe map pick, but it plays well. It's fun. They were essentially like, what if we just made zombies fun again? You know? And it worked out. It worked out well. Instead of trying to focus on, you know, crazy ideas of this and that, of trying to make something innovative, what if it was like, all right, well, let's innovate a little bit, you know, with some cool new things, like, well, how we normally do, you know, add a new perk, add a new perk, add a new wonder weapon, all this cool shit, you know, Easter egg. And then there was like, what if we just said, fuck it, we ball. We went back to, we just made the map fun, you know, made the map with fun in mind. And it turned out to be one of the, in my opinion, one of the best Zombies maps that you could just go back to and play. You ever have a Zombies map that you're just like, man, if only I could just replay that over and over again, you know, replay it and almost never get tired of it. For me, that's Buried. I could play Buried for hours and never get tired of it, bro. It's just, there's something about playing Buried that's just so fun. you know? Like, setting up on Buried is such a fun thing to do. And bro, low-key did it. And, you know, unfortunately though, you know, it was kind of like it's not like a too little too late, but it was like, all right, Jimmy Zielinski, like you kind of reeled it back in. And then, you know, Jason Blundell made Origins, and that is widely known as one of the greatest zombies maps of all time. And if you just looked at the reputation-wise, Jimmy Zielinski, in recent memory, like looked at reputation-wise, Jimmy Zielinski made Transit, he made Die Rise, and he made Buried. Jason Blundell made Mob. No! I didn't want to go down! No, I'm an idiot! Fuck. Oh, it's all over. It's actually so over. Like, it's so smover. It's never been smover this hard before. But, you know, it's just like, Jimmy Zielinski was an ideas guy. He had broad things in mind. But if we're looking at the track record, Jason Blundell made Mob of the Dead and Origins. Like, I said this about Origins, but I truly mean it about Mob of the Dead. Both maps. They are like, some people would say those are the greatest zombies maps of all time. You ask a whole bunch of Black Ops 2 heads, what are the best zombies maps in that game? Origins, Mob, 9 times out of 10. You ask any Call of Duty Zombies guy, what are the best zombies maps out? Origins, Mob, Der Eisen, you know, all of Jason Blundell's maps pretty much. He made Gorod Krovi, amazing map. Fucking Der Eisen track, amazing map. Origins, amazing map. Mob of the Dead, amazing map. Shadows of Evil, some might call it the best zombies map of all time. You feel me? He made some pretty peak maps, but then also essentially what happened to Jimmy Zielinski happened to Jason Blundell, where near the end of Black Ops 4's life cycle, they decided to switch things up. It had some kind of negative reception, and they were just like, all right, we gotta part with you, bro. Like, yes, there was some negative reception, and then you low-key from the depths started bringing it back. You started reining it back in as like a, you know, I can't go on this anymore. I've already mentioned that Black Ops 4 is like just shortcoming so much. Black Ops 4 is such a complex, like, just insanity of what happened to a game, you know? The story with Black Ops 4 is just so crazy, but literally just broken down to, you know, at the beginning of the game's life cycle, people did not like Dead of the Night. It was too complicated for them. People didn't like Blood of the Dead. Too hard of an Easter egg for them. I'm not gonna lie, it's also kind of just straight up a bad Easter egg. The map is great, and the final boss fight and stuff like that, cool, amazing. It like story, narratively, this map is great. However, if we're like looking at it from like a solid like let's be real here, the Easter egg is horrible. It's atrocious. You end up just going to high rounds, doing these like menial tasks. It's annoying as fuck. And so it's kind of not that good. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a huge fan of Blood of the Dead's Easter egg, believe it or not. But Blood of the Dead came out, people complained. Ancient Evil 9 Voyage came out, or not Ancient Evil. People love Ancient Evil, but 9 came out. People thought it was a good map. They just don't like the characters. It's a new story. Bring back the Aether story. You know, finish that up before you guys do anything. Voyage of Despair, people didn't like that. You know, once again, Ancient Recall. Bring back the, what's it called? Once again, kind of like that. Just bring I don't care about Voyage. The Easter egg for this map is 1, hard, and also B, bring back the other story. You know, finish the other storyline. Why are you focusing on this one? And it's just like, there were too many complaints at the beginning of the game to where it was kind of all just kind of falling on Jason Blundell. It was like, Jason, you're the reason for this shit. You're the creative director of these maps. A lot of people are really not liking these maps. We were going to support this game. We were going to support your ambitions, but we got to cut it short because I'm gonna be real with you. We don't want to fund this game. We don't want to fund you doing your crazy ideas if it's just not gonna fucking work out. You feel me? Kind of like Hideo Kojima, you know? Like Hideo Kojima when he made Metal Gear Solid, bro, had some crazy ideas. He put it into a game. Great game. Konami was like, fuck it, bro. You like, let's give you more money so you can make your next game. Made an even more complicated, insane game. You know, shit got crazy. Next thing you know, okay, let's do Metal Gear Solid 3. You know, pretty much Kojima had crazy ideas, but he kept selling them. And people kept loving them. So Kojima was able to just keep going with his crazy fucking wicked ideas and shit. Then, you know, the whole like Konami dropped Kojima. It was fucked up, but you know, in general, Kojima had ideas, but he like kind of acted those ideas and people loved it. People loved it. So they praised Kojima as like a great storyteller, a great, you know, game creator. He's a phenomenal guy. You know? I personally love a lot of Hideo Kojima games. Death Stranding, Metal Gear. You know? A whole bunch of Metal Gears. 1, 2, 3. Haven't played 4 yet. Played 5. I didn't own a PS5, so. I didn't own a PS3, so I never got to play 4. But love 5, love 1, love 2, love 3, you know, they're all good games. I actually owned like the HD collection with Peace Walker. I just never played Peace Walker because fucking I don't know. I was like, this is not a main series title, and it turns out it's like the whole story of not well, the Soldiers Without Borders. I forgot, but there's like a name for it. But you know, in general, it's just like, bro. Kojima had ideas and people loved it. People paid. People, you know, he got money for the game, so people. He was able to keep going his crazy ideas. But Jason Blundell, kind of the same thing. Had crazy ideas for maps, real innovative. You know, let's get creative. Let's do this stuff. Let's do this stuff. And a lot of people just were like, not receptive. A lot of people were receptive to it. They were like, I kind of don't fuck with this. So you just end up having, you know, you end up having to be like, all right, Jason Blundell, I'm sorry, we're not gonna keep the plans that you initially had with like zombies factions and having 2 seasons worth of DLC to, you know, finish off the Aether story and then start and, you know, flesh out more of the Chaos story. Instead it was just like a big old fuck you and just like deal with it, bro, you know. Oh well. And it sucks. It sucks. But essentially, Jimmy Zielinski and Jason Blundell kind of had like the same thing going on. They both had good ideas, but people were just kind of receptive to the ideas at first, even if at the, you know, whether for some of them were better or worse. I will say I'm not going to be the guy that's like, oh, Transit is a good map. Transit's actually insanely underrated. It's a good map. Die Rise also, you know, ditto. Die Rise is one of the best zombies maps ever made. It's just that people hate it because they hate change. Like, no, that I'm not gonna be that guy, because I'm gonna be dead ass with you. That's just straight up not true, you know? Yes, people don't like Die Rise, yeah, but it's for fucking good reason, you know? Die Rise is a complicated map for no reason. It's kind of not fun at a lot of times. I'm gonna be real with you. Die Rise does not fit the case of, you know, maps like Ancient Evil or maps like Dead of the Night, which are actually really well made maps with a whole bunch of love and care in them. You just don't like them, you know? Oh my god, it's over. Oh my goodness, it might be over. Holy based. But I guess you guys forgot where this started off as. This started off as Tony talking about being an ideas guy. But yeah, I don't want to have that happen to me, you know? I don't want to be the guy that has all these crazy ideas that just, you know, we're just not there yet. We just can't act out on these ideas, and so I end up, you know, I end up getting Jimmy Zielinski, I end up getting Jason Blundell type shit, you feel me? I'm not trying to have that happen to me. So that's what I'm speaking on. Was there a gold bomb that dropped? I heard it. There was. yeah, you know, I'm just trying to, I'm not trying to have that happen to me. I don't think I'm gonna get kicked out of my own fucking, you know, out of doing this with my friends. Just because I decided, oh, let's get freaky, you know, pause. But you know, okay, not let's get freaky. That has some connotations of like, you know, weirdly sexual shit. But like, let's get creative. Let's start making fucking crazy ass games, you know? I need my ideas to be fulfilled in real, like, you know, to be real, you know? I can't be rocking these fake ass ideas nobody ever heard about. You feel me? My ideas have to be within the realm of possibility. Even if that might not be true. Or within the realm of, like, you know, skill. You know, there's probably people out there that can make crazy, like, whatever idea I have, they can probably fulfill that, but I just don't know them, one, and also, like, you know, that might be something that needs a team. You know, what's the saying? That you can get things done 3 ways or whatever. It can be cheap, good, or fast, but you can only choose 2. In this, you know, you can choose 2 of these 3 things as a quality for your game. You can have your game be good and have it be, like, you know, optimized or whatever. Cheap in the scenario, let's say, like, I don't even know, but you know, you can either have your game come out good and well made, I don't wanna die alone. I get mad when she home. Sorry, the song was playing and I started singing it. Once again, I apologize. I'm not a fucking singing guy. But you feel me? You know, you guys might not think, you guys, Tony, what are you talking about? What you feel me? But you know, it's like, the game can come out well, like it can be made as a good game. I don't even fucking know. I'm trying to come up with this, with like the thing for this, but like, I don't think I have the, I'm not the guy. I'm not that guy, pal, to be fucking making that call, one might say. But the game could be good and really well made and optimized, but it's just not gonna be fucking, it's not gonna be fast, you know? Especially if we're rocking like base roster, you feel me? Usually people got like whole ass studios, or you're like someone like Toby Fox is an indie dev, and you know, fucking Deltarune Chapter 2 came out like what, like 8 years ago? That's not true. It's not actually 8 years ago, but you know, like Deltarune like releases in chapters because of how long it takes for Toby to make them. You feel me? Shit like that. One of my favorite games, Ultra Kill, Mr. Hakita Dev, the GOAT. Takes forever for updates to come out because he's just the only guy doing it, and he's got to make sure everything works fine, you know? When it comes to like making a game, you got to make sure things work fine on different systems. You know, making a game is not easy from what I hear. Slash just like, I mean, let's put some thought into it, you feel me? Let's put some thought into it, fellas. You essentially have to have your game like be optimized for like any possible use case, while also, you know, having things like QA testing and stuff like that. I guess not necessarily. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. Why'd I hit that? If I somehow, because I accidentally Emperor carded here and I die again, like, I think I go down in history as the worst Isaac player in history. Yeah, something like that. Oh my god. Suck. Oh my god, I suck. Anyways, you know, it's not easy to be a game dev, and we'll see what I get myself into. Anyways, want to thank y'all for watching. I suck. I have to slam myself out. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys did enjoy, I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, you know, depending on the time we're viewing this. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.